Hi. I was told my name is Heather Mackey when I got to Earth School, and so that's my story now, and I'm sticking to it. I am the owner of Rare Bird Medicine, and today I wanted to spend a little time just talking about how rich you are. So one of the places many of my great teachers go to find understanding about their nature is Mother Nature, because we're part of Mother Nature. So they look to her and look to her intelligence, which is, I feel, extremely evident. The intelligence in the universe is obviously there due to sacred geometry, the Fibonacci sequence. We can see, and the intuitive capacities of animals. There's great intelligence in Mother Nature. So they turn to her intelligence to find answers about their own nature. So to begin, we'll start with Mother Nature. And we'll think about being part of Mother Nature. Is Mother Nature scarce? Is she limited? Are we experiencing limitation in the number of ways that humans express, in the number of opinions available? Woo! I'm going to go with a no on that one. Are we experiencing limitation when we ponder the number of leaves here at Earth School, the types of trees, and the number of leaves? Like, would any of you like to take up the task of counting the number of leaves here on the earth, or the number of blades of grass, or grains of sand, or drops of water, or types of birds, or formations of clouds, or variations that love can be expressed? What we see when we look at Mother Nature is infinity. It just seems so vast and infinite, because even if you ponder and contemplate the number of leaves here and the number of grains of sand or drops of water, what we know is that we are galaxy within galaxies upon galaxies upon galaxies. And we estimate we have charted 10% of the observable universe. And that is just, humans doing what they love to do, putting invisible lines on things. This is Texas, like, this is the universe. It's like, okay, you're right, it is in a box, and it is limited. Humans are so funny. So, because we can see that the birds do not struggle for seed, they don't fret over finding what they need to make a nest. It's really humans. It's a human condition to feel limited and scarce and unworthy. I don't imagine that the consciousness and the mathematics or the Fibonacci sequence back of a flower goes like, am I pretty? Do you think people like me? Oh, I'm missing a petal. That's probably ugly. I don't think a flower does that. I think it is a two-legged condition to feel ugly, scarce, not valuable, not precious. And I think it is a relatively consistent condition. In my experience, I have not met a human that does not, on some level, find challenge with self-worth in their hours. And my experience of the majority of humanity is that it's done on a daily basis. There's some struggle with self-worth, and usually it is kind of an all-day, low-vibe thing in the frequency of the two-leggeds. And why are you, like, as a seahorse or a peacock unworthy? Or were you just like, oh, peacock, get out of here. Oh, you amazing eagle. You're not very worthy to exist, or you beautiful birch tree. We don't question the worthiness of a powerful mountain or a babbling brook. We don't question its beauty. And yet we as humanity, we tend to go down that path. So it's easy to see when we look at all of the grace and the glory that is Mother Nature, is Pachamama, is the rock that we stand upon, it's easy to see, actually, that there's great beauty, there's great proliferation, there's tremendous abundance, there's tremendous prosperity in the way life expresses here. You know, it is so infinite. The number of pieces of dirt, the number of earthworms, the types of animals, the diversity of human expression, types of music, styles of dress. Pick anything. And we see just only abundance. We see only a vast, abundant expression when we look at life. So, the invitation that I received doing a reading for my dear friend Karen, who is the client that's been with me the longest and is just a beloved friend of mine. So grateful she came into my life. A message came through, and it was for me and it was for some of you. So I come to share it this day. If you are ever curious, if you are scarce, if you are limited, if you are going without, if the struggle is real, not my favorite affirmation. And I also understand there is a whole nother storyline called the nature of oppression of different peoples here that is part of this space-time delusion, which we like to call reality all the time. So, but if you think that you are scarce, you are limited, you are lacking, it's hard to pay those bills, you know, I would invite you to count every single item in your house, every single item in your fridge and your pantry, every single dish, every single pen and sheet of paper and paper clip and rubber band, every single item in your entire house. Even just marinating on that for a minute. What would it take for me to count? You know, I, Heather Mackey, have earth, which is money, the physical world, the physical body, value, finances, riches. I have that as my lunar eclipse, which means it's something that I, as an entity, do not understand. And don't we know that to be true? Because I'm just barely even in the body most of the time. I spend most of my day going emptiness, 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 just trying to be at one with what's going on here. So yes, I so much of my learning is about playing along with the rest of humanity like I am in a body, and oh, the physical world is real, and oh my gosh, we can be hurt here, you know, like whatever the story is that we do when we come to play separate school, which it is, I mean, I took up the flesh costume, you know, yeah, I can walk only with spirit with every breath, and it is my intent. And so much of what I experience here, and I'm constantly reminded and invited with a Taurus lunar eclipse, which is first Earth. It's not even an advanced highest Earth in its evolution of Earth understanding. It's just birthing in Earth to just go, okay, I have a body and I'm in the body. Woo! You know, money is a form of energy that may have value. It's one of the least attractive things to me when people are like, I have money. It's like, ew, so? Do you have class? Do you have compassion? Do you have life skills that are like generous listening? Or are you able to make a difference in someone's life? Do you have any medicine or healing capacities? What is your depth? You know, truly, like, what else is going on? So that's what makes it, anything we separate ourselves from, we get to come into unification with in order to reach a state of evolution in this realm. So that's where I've had some separation consciousness, is just constantly doing not only the scarcity dance in the way that I walked in to my human pants, but just even when people have tried to offer me abundance and prosperity historically, it's been like, no, it's a gift. It's a gift. And I always hold in mind my life review at the end, and how I just want to have served. I want to have served humanity to the best of my ability, to be in integrity, honorable, a medicine person that ticky-tacky speaky the truth, and that come from love and unification and oneness. And that's what I want to review. I don't want to review like, oh man, I really made all the money, because from that perspective, when I'm dead, nobody cares. Nobody cares. You're not taking your body with you. You're not taking your nerve endings. No need to fear hell, because you won't have any nerve endings if you go there. But you're not taking the body, and you're not taking the baubles. So my learning is to appreciate this paradigm, which I call space-time delusion. Many call reality, and are very committed to it. But to step into it more and play reality. Like, oh, I'm a body. Oh, I eat food and have money and things. Look. So, I don't speak about this topic because I'm a master in understanding of it. We teach best what we most need to learn, Richard Bach says. And so I am teaching this because I'm learning it in this lifetime. And that realization of the number of objects you have. Do you have a beating heart? Do you have a brain with a neural network that's functional? Do you have the ability to make choices in your day? If you started to list and really tried to wrap your mind around the number of riches in your life, and it's different for each person, but perhaps you have a relationship that you constantly complain about. Well, if you're constantly complaining about your union with another, either stop doing that or recognize the gift that it is. If it's not a gift, why would you take garbage and dump it in your own lap? If it's not a gift, get it out of your life. If it is a gift, and you just complain a lot, clean up your frequency by speaking loving, kind words about your mate, by seeing the way they illuminate your own being, by the grace of getting to share space and time with them. Hold that union in a higher esteem. Hold them in a higher esteem. Pull them out of the box you've placed them in. If the union is healthy and happy for you and serves you, then be grateful. So gratitude is the attitude that brings prosperity is a teaching that's often offered. And as somebody who's been chronically, severely depressed, I spent many years actually, even my sister would speak to me about gratitude and I'd be like, yeah, I'm not grateful. Take my limbs, take the water away. I don't care. I would love to exit this plane. It all sucks. I don't want any of it. I don't care. So many times in my life, I've rotated out my objects, my baubles, and just like donated, because it's just like, ugh, don't even care, don't want it. And don't get me wrong, I also was raised in the States and am very conditioned with a capitalist brain to consume, ooh, consume, ooh, oh, I feel sad, consume, oh, everything's making me sad and feeling hostile and angry, because that's what marketing does. And that's what, oh, so now I need to consume to feel safe. So I'm part of this culture too. I would just say that really there was a point in my life that was a very large extended point in which I didn't feel grateful. I was not grateful for what was in my life. And now every morsel of food that I eat, every drop that quenches my thirst, every object in my home, every kindness from friend and being that I know, each thing that I experience is a gift, and I'm grateful and I'm humbled by it. And when it's hard, I'm like, thank you for giving me the opportunity to have a lesson. So I'm not just like floating around in bliss, and I actually can have experiences in which I can continue to grow and evolve and remove limitation. So today, count all of your possessions. I highly invite you to make a list of all your inner gifts that are non-material as well, and just thrive in the awareness of your richness. You are so rich, you beautiful flower, you beautiful bloom here in this realm. You matter. You are valuable. You are infinitely beautiful, because there's not a single human, not a single two-legged like you. So take a moment to express gratitude for the things you do have. If you start on that list, you may find you could fill up a notebook with all the things you have to be grateful for in your life. Blessed be.